Hey everybody, Jake and Gino here. And today we got a question from the folks. Folks are saying, how do we calculate ROI on a rental property? Now, Gino, this is pretty straightforward since we have the deal analyzer. We have the calculators that do the math for us. We're not, sometimes they do chicken scratch, but basically all this is handled via the calculators. But there's more to it than that because there's not just one level. So, Gino, there's not one simple ROI metric that we look at. We look at a few. You mind discussing these with me, sir?
Yes. JakeandGino.com calculators. You can go take a look at them there. I'm going to throw a little curveball, Jake, today, because Jake's not really good at hitting the curveball.
Dude, don't get me on the front foot. Don't get me on the front foot leaning here.
So Jake's talking ROI. I'm going to throw out another acronym, ROE. We always focusing on the return on investment, but we've learned return on effort is just as important. So don't be out there just chasing yield, going for a 22 cap up in a market that really is terrible.
22 cap.
From a 1910 build. You look at these markets like Rochester, New York, and Cleveland, where you're looking at these cap rates and you're drooling, and all you're focusing on is the return on investment. What am I getting back? Well, there's a return on effort. And we learned that when you're buying these properties that are marginal in marginal areas that look really great from a return on investment perspective, we know that there's a lot of work, a lot of focus goes into those properties, and you may be dropping the ball on others. So this is really talking about return on investment, but also look at it from a broader perspective. It's not just chasing yield. Make sure that effort is worth that yield. So the first one,
Juice
Jake,
is worth the squeeze.
Juice is worth the squeeze, my friend. Man, oranges are great. I got a nice orange tree back there, bro. They're beautiful down here in Florida. Time to pick oranges. Anyway, first one, cash on cash. Very simple. You got 10 grand. Cash, buy a property, $100,000
for the year, right? Property made you 10 grand for the year.
Yep. Exactly. So
you put 100,000 into it.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just 10,000 divided by 100. It's a 10% cash on cash return. Very simple metric. When we first started out, we were buying properties with a 10 to 15% cash on cash day one, years and years ago. Now, our pro forma, what we want to hit after we've worked on the property for 18 months, we're looking for a 10% cash on cash return. After the property's been stabilized, we've raised rents, we've cut expenses, really simple metric. It's not the only metric. Now, Jake back in the 90s, that's what Jake would look for back in the 90s. That was a tunnel vision.
It was me and Vanilla Ice. That's all we knew, baby. MC Hammer. That was it.
Ice, baby. That's right. Yeah. That's all he knew. Jake did not know anything about it.
Yeah, I was looking for the ice, bro.
No refined rolls, no cost seg, nothing. And you know what? I was like Jake. I'm not going to lie to you. It's Jake and Gino. We were focused on was what is our cash on cash return? And that's a great metric. And that's Jake. People got to hear this. When you're comparing stocks to real estate, they go, well, a stock return is this and real estate's this, but real estate has so many more benefits. It's such a much
Whoa. Is the stock paying a dividend?
If it is, yes, that's it. But if it's
that's
not,
a different story. That's why I'm not a huge stock guy, because I want that monthly payout. So
yeah. Exactly. So don't just focus on cash on cash. Cash on cash is the first metric. The second one, and I learned this the hard way because I bought a deal. It was terrible. And I owned it for 10 years. I sold it at a loss. And yet the principal pay down, yes,
saved
the residents,
your ass.
They actually pay down every month. Whatever that principal payment is every month, multiplied by 12, and you're getting that money back. So the mortgage on that property, I remember, was around $900,000. At the end of like 10 years, that mortgage dropped down to like 500 grand. The residents were paying it every month, paying that principal pay down. And listen, if you have 100 or 200 or 300 units, this can be massive if you're doing this, if this is what's going on in your portfolio.
Yeah, 100%. And the third one is the cost segregation and depreciation. So you can't forget that because you get into bigger properties, you use cost segregation, especially if you're a real estate professional, you could save thousands of dollars on your taxes.
How much?
So maybe, thousands of dollars, come now.
Hundreds. It can be hundreds of thousands. And let's not skip over this. I want everyone, as you're watching this, Google cost segregation. It's macro accelerated cost recovery system. A lot of accountants out there don't like it. It's an engineered study. If you want to learn more about it, hit me up, Gino at JakeandGino.com. We have a cost segregation specialist that we work with. All of our properties are cost segregated. You put the real estate professional designation and you put cost segregation, man, you are cooking with peanut oil, as Jake likes to say. It's amazing.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
And this is the thing. I didn't want to jump in and cut Jake off, but this is what actually allowed Jake to become, quote unquote, financially free and fire his boss at a Taco Bell on our third deal. He's working it out. He's getting his severance package. He's like, we're doing cost seg on our third deal. $4 million deal. I'm getting some money back. The whole plan was He did the cost seg, got the money back. He's like, see you later. I like my chicken chalupa, whatever the hell you buy at Taco Bell.
It was a chicken quesadilla, and I was feeling so saucy that day. I ordered 2.
Never been to Taco Bell, bro. I've never been there. Never will go there. But I know you used to go there, and I know you ain't going there anymore, right? Because you're gonna get it,
dude. Every once in a while, all right. You know what? Every once in a while. So, gang, here's the deal. We want people to look at this from a more holistic approach, and I'm going to compare it again to stocks. Okay, I'm going to compare multifamily investing to stock. We get the monthly cash on cash return, the dividend payment, if you will. Is your stock doing that for you? Okay, we're getting the principal pay down. Okay, is your stock doing that for you? I don't know. We didn't really touch on this a lot, but appreciation, getting principal pay down. If the market's going, well, and people are moving in the area, you could see appreciation. That's what you're looking for in your stocks. So we're hitting you at that level too. We're also getting the tax benefits, which is huge. Don't underestimate that. Now, if you add these 3 together, that's one hell of a return on investment. I'm not going to battle with the CPAs right now and go over actual definitions. But if you ask me how I'm looking at these properties, okay. Yes, I'm looking at my cash on cash return very aggressively because that cash flow snowball is the main concern. That's really what I'm after. But you can't discount these second and third level returns, if you will. So boom, cash on cash return. That's huge. We touched on that. Second level, principal pay down, thousands of dollars per year. 3, the tax benefits, amazing. And number sneaky little 3.1. When you're able to refi your money out of these deals, what is your return at that point if you take all your cash out tax-free? It's infinite. So there can be infinite returns on these deals if you buy right, manage right, and finance right. And if you want to learn how to buy right, manage right, and finance right, the GDad, Gino at jakeandgino.com, will send you a free PDF copy of Wheelbarrow Profits that has our proven 3-step framework: buy right, manage right, and finance right. Talks about the refi and roll. He's a sweetie. He's taking care of you. It's almost Christmas. That's how we doing it. Jake and Gino, peace. We out of here.
One last thing. What a great, I mean, you were on a roll, bro, but I need to say this because the thought came to my mind, and I was just thinking about my dad right now. My dad passed away years ago, and he always said to me, Gino, it's not what you make, it's what you keep. And number 3, the tax benefits is tremendous. The refi and roll, it's basically a loan against you. So if you're refining out $100,000, you're able to use all of that $100,000. What an amazing vehicle. I mean, thanks, Dad. That one thought changed my mind. And for me, cash on cash, principal pay down, tax benefits, the cherry on top. Gino at jakeandgino.com. I'll send you a PDF copy. Jake, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas, G-Dad. Thanks, everybody.